Hello people, how are we all doing? I hope we are all doing well and are in a good place and in a good mood, and hopefully everyone is okay. We didn't have a roundup this Friday because of family stuff for me, and it's just one of those things where I'm a bit dead. I won't lie, I'm a bit dead. I'm a little bit out of it, and yeah, I think I had a little nap before I came live, which is unlike me. I don't normally do that. But I'm feeling pretty tired. So yeah. But I want to get the debrief done early because at the end of the day, we had a good away win. It was a fantastic away win. And I think it's something done. We haven't won at home park in like 55 years or 53 years. It's a ridiculous stat that I, for one, didn't know about. And I really should have done. I'm not bad, mate. I'm getting there. It was a big shock to find out that I lost my auntie on Friday morning. I got told by my dad that it wasn't looking good Thursday afternoon, and by Friday morning she had already passed away. So it's a difficult one because it floored me because it wasn't something I was expecting. Because from what I gathered, she was in really good health and everything fine, and it was very quick, very sudden. So yeah, hit me hard. So, but I'm also in that whole thing. If I don't keep myself busy, it'll cause my seizures to be bad as well. So it's a catch-22 for me. So I need to keep doing stuff. Thank you for all the people who've messaged, left comments as well. I much appreciate it. I really do. I do appreciate it a lot. Thank you, mate. Much appreciate that, Andrew. Yeah, it was a weird one. I got a weird mortality thing at the minute as well, because for me this is my dad's last bit living relative on his side. So yeah. Today feeling ill, been at school, having relationship which is just an oh mate, that sucks. Well, just remember, things can get better. Things can get better before they get worse. Just go with the flow and see what happens. That's all I can say, mate. I hope you feel better soon as well. And thank you, mate. Much appreciate that. But yeah, it was weird because the Plymouth game we started really crap. We were shit for the first 10 minutes. First 10 minutes, we could have been at least 2-0 down quite easily. Beadle were a good save to keep us in it, and it felt very odd, the Plymouth game, because it took us a while to get into it, and we're not normally the team that does that, especially away games. We're normally the team that gets at people, so it was very odd indeed for us to have that situation where we were the ones to take a while to get into it, and we did. And I thought Ingleson had probably one of the best games he's had for us in the Wintership. I think he's getting better and better. I think he starts next game. Lights on, but no one's home in the first. Yeah, very much so. Very much so. We were very much not there. We weren't there at all. I didn't get to watch the Plymouth game on the game I've missed all season, but apparently it was very rocky. Very rocky. We just let them have the ball and get on with it. And it's one of those things where we had to be smart about it. But yeah, Ingleson was brilliant. Also, there've been a lot of comments on my Ingleson title for the video getting pulled off at half time. Hey, if that's what you need to do to get him going more and more in games, then fair enough. But he played well. He does that running and dirty work that we don't tend to have in our team. Like, we generally don't tend to have that person in our team who can get into those positions. And when he's on form and starting to get good, I feel like he's one of the ones that are gonna really look like one of the really clever purchases we got in. And it was interesting how Danny spoke about Ingleson and saying how it was in Germany at 35 games and not 46. So it's taking him a while to realise that it's very difficult. It weren't pulling out. No, I haven't helped myself at all. No. I'll be honest with you. When I wrote that title for that video, I was expecting some of the comments and expecting some of the humour, and I was like, you know what, I haven't got the headspace to make a new comment or a new title, so I thought, sod it, I'll just go with the flow. It'll be this tonight. But it was, the thing is, I think the goals were well taken. You look at how much of the work Ingleson put in for Gassama's goal. Hey Tom, how you doing, mate? For Gassama's first goal, i.e. the own goal, and then you look at how good Patterson got into really good positions, and the way, again, Ingleson worked hard to get the ball into Pato, and Pato playing like a man who doesn't look like a man who's been out the squad for a lot of this season. But I think for me, Pato's always that bloke you can always depend on. He's always that bloke where you say you need, I need help moving house, and you'll have one flaky friend and then you'll have one mate who's like, yeah, I'm down for that, we'll do that. And it just seemed like Pato very much that person in the team. When needed, he'll turn up. And he's been banging in the goals recently, and they've been really useful. I think he's second or third top scorer now. And it would be good to see him. I'd like to see him with another contract next season. I just don't know if that's on the cards for him. Especially with him now having a young family. Is it a case they want to go back to Scotland, that have a bit more of a support network up there? Maybe. The big question of being able to offer in game time. But it all depends. Like, our summer is still a little bit of a I don't know what's going to happen kind of summer, because Danny's under contract, and that's the whole thing I keep saying. If Danny's under contract, it's under contract. You hope he sticks to it. But I thought Gassama was fantastic. I thought Gassama was absolutely fantastic, and the way he played was really good. Evening, DJ. I'm about a 3 today. 3 going on 4. Taking each day that comes. We'll try and get that up, Liam, if we can. But it's that weird thing where Gassama played excellent again. Got into the right positions. He took his goal excellently. And I think it was a very clever path by Windass to find him. And I think Windass was just really on the money in that game. He played it some really good balls in and played some really good positions where you would normally be like, is he going to go for it here or there? And the thing is, when I saw us with the ref, with the ref hitting all the yellow cards, I got so worried for Shay Charles. Like, generally, my heart was starting to go, oh, God, Shay Charles, going to get hit by one. Brilliant. This is not what we need. We know we'll miss him for the game against United if he gets a card between Plymouth and Norwich game. And it's one of the things I look at that Norwich game and I kind of go with that situation and go, do you rest him come Norwich game? Call me 9, but I only just tried to get a derby ticket. Do you have a season ticket holder to get them? Normally, mate, it's a season ticket holder, but they were all gone. They were gone very quickly. There was no chance of you getting a ticket for this one, I'm afraid, Tom, mate. I think it was a case of you come in first serve or have some use a season ticket to get them. You would have been very hard to get one if you didn't have someone in and around it. I kind of personally had the whole thing going. I knew I wasn't going to get one. And it was one of those things that I thought about. No, it will be a cracking game. Really looking forward to tomorrow. What time? Kickoff is 7:45, I believe. Also, Sky have updated their thing. It is now showing the derby on Sky Plus. It wasn't for a while, which I still think it's dumb that it's on Sky Plus. 7:45, mate, tomorrow. So it should be, hopefully we can go there and get a really good performance, because at the end I think we looked decent. Could leave Charles on the bench for this one. I really need him to come on if he is there. Yeah, I'm thinking Charles is one you leave on the bench. I generally am thinking Charles is one you leave on the bench and you go from there and kind of thing and then see what happens next. I personally would do that, but at the same time, I don't know how much of it he would. I thought Chalobah, when he came on, was really good, by the way. I thought Chalobah had an excellent little role to play and just calmed that defence a little bit. I'll just have to watch it on Guy and throw 2p's at myself. I don't know why that tickled me, Tom. No injury for Norwich, should we pray? Yeah, well, the thing is, the Norwich game can be interesting because they got a lot of injuries. And it's a lot in the goalkeeping department. They've got one who's got a hamstring problem. They've got one who's got concussion protocol. And they could be on their third choice keeper, which will be interesting. Take a draw tomorrow. So got Armstrong is out, injured scene. So many saying he's wait. I don't think it's a waste of wages personally, DJ. I think it what it is. It was gonna happen. I'm not bad, Eddie. I've been better. But taking each day that comes. Each day is different. Each day is a different way of dealing with stuff. But take it each day that comes, and I'll get there eventually. But yeah, it's a. I would take a draw against Norwich. A draw would put us on 49 points. A win would put us on 50. If you got the win, you had that thing where you can turn around and go, you got the 50 points and you can kind of let things go a little bit going into it. Yeah, up Hector, you are flying at the minute. Coventry are in such a tear. Best record in donkeys. Wow. Just wow. You are the team for me to get the playoff bit, and at the moment you're the team to probably beat if you're going on form. Just really, really going for it. Yeah, you really needed to do a win. I had another guy, Blue, saying they wanted a win. Realistic, can see beating now would be tough, but I can see it. Yep, I could see it happening. I'd like to see him give it a try. I like to give it a try. I personally, I think you play maybe the same team you did versus what team would you played? Plymouth. And you take Chalobah off for Charles. Chalobah on for Charles and just have him on the bench, like people said. But I think you want to get through that game and just try and get as much as possible. We need a win for Content Boost on Sunday. I agree. These last 8 games after United will be unmissable. I'm not missing a single game, no chance. I think the thing is, you look at those last couple of games, there's some very winnable games in there as well that will make a difference to both ends of the table. So you've got people who are going for playoff, you've got people who are going trying to stay up. So it's that interesting. Last home game, let me have a look. I believe the last home game is Portsmouth. So Portsmouth last home game and our last away game, Watford. And we've got 2 back-to-back home games with that, with it being Middlesbrough, Pompey. The only problem is that Stoke is on Good Friday, so we've got a away game there. The game on Sunday is such a path. Yeah, it is. Really is. But you look at games that we've got coming up after the international break. If we get something between now and Sunday, our games after that are Cardiff, Hull at home, Blackburn Rovers, Oxford, Stoke, Middlesbrough, Pompey, Watford. There's a lot. There's a lot there. Hey Alex, how you doing? They all look very winnable, but it all depends what move we're in, what people are doing, and where we're at. Because some of those teams like Stoke, the ones I worry like Stoke, Pompey, Cardiff, Hull, those ones I kind of worry about a little bit because they're all in that relegation scrap. Yeah, same for me, to be fair, mate. Look how good he's been since the goal against West Brom, I think it was. They all That's all Ugbo. To be fair, that's all Ugbo. Ugbo needs a goal. He needs a goal, but it's not at the moment coming anytime soon. And that's the annoying bit. And that's what I want to see a little bit more. I want to see a little bit more of us going for. I want to see a little bit more of us looking at mid-table. I want to see us secure that mid-table and have as many points. You can still go on a really good run. Weren't great at weekend, flattered them. I think a lot of people like Ugbo. It's not worked. And in hindsight, someone who got you 7 goals, you would have said, yeah, okay, 7 goals last season for us. Yeah, in hindsight, you take him. United mate, Ugbo. When I was he's been decent. He just can't get on the end of it. You're 100%. Mate, us getting mid-table, I'm very happy about that. That's what I wanted. I wanted mid-table. I wanted a season without drama. Have we had that season without drama? No. We had that drama in January, which was annoying. We've also still got the drama at the end of the season because we'll have that all to do with the whole Danny situation. Still no idea how that's going to go. We could be sat here come the end of the season talking about how we're looking for another manager again. And that's one of those things where I don't want to be doing, but it could happen. So we have to have that in our mindset and have to figure out where we go. And if we are looking for a manager again, we have to start early. But at the same time, it's interesting. 71 points, 72 point plus. It's doable. It's doable. The thing is, I keep saying playoffs. I don't want to talk about playoffs for us. If playoffs happen, they happen. If they don't, they don't. Right? It would be fantastic if we did. We are the team that can go on a run. But we need to have that kind of thing going, right, we are on X, Y, and Z points. We need to pick up points. Let's go. Because our home form is crap. You look at our home form, Hector, it puts us in the bottom 3. Our away form is what kept us, which is completely interesting because it's never been that. It's always been our home form that's been killer and our away form that's been bad. 23 people watching, 15 likes. Get those likes up, people. I much appreciate it. We have to have... I said it before, Ugbo, give him a full season, no manager situation with transfers and stuff like that. You go from there. Our home pitch is crap, but it's going to get better. I think the ex-Man City groundman is going to help us a hell of a lot. I think it really is. Ian and Jay, happy birthday for tomorrow, Barry. I hope you're well. Hope we can get another win on the road. Yeah, nice for mid-table. I hope Danny stays. He's been terrific for us. I hope he stays and finishes. Thing is, I keep feeling like he keeps talking about the project, and I keep feeling like he's going to stay to do that. Our pitch is atrocious, mate. The problem with our pitches, I spoke to one of your supporters about it. The problem with our pitch is our training pit doesn't have any underground heating. So once it gets frozen solid up in South Yorkshire, we can't use our training pitches. We have to use the pitch, and it knackers it because it's all we can do. And the thing is, that pitch is gonna have to be relayed, redone, and it's a destro pitch. It's a decent pitch, and a lot of people have complained about our pitch, and I get it, I understand it, but we don't have the facilities everywhere else to train. That's the problem. We need more training grounds. We need to move the training ground full stop. We need to move the training ground full stop, and it's not going to get moved. I don't know what the situation is at least with the Sheffield City Council. So it's interesting. I don't see us... we need more. I don't see us getting playoff realistic, but 30 points. You never know. You never know what happens, Eddie. There's a spot on the pit where it goes down the pit. Pits need Jesus, yeah. Happy birthday tomorrow. Yep. Groundman. The groundman will know what to do. I think one of the best signings we could have is actually having the Man City groundman to come and just help the pitch out. I think we should give him a new contract ready. If not, we should sell before January. Yeah, if one of those ones, he's gonna have a lot of people looking at him. Lily boy, I think he's gonna have a hell of a lot of people looking at him. You look at the market, he's easily worth 10 to 15 million. Nah, the thing is, we had a groundman in Liam, and he quit. And we've had it for the last couple of seasons where we've constantly been looking at groundmen, and now we've got a good one. We've actually got a good one now who can actually work with it. Ex-Man City, had pitch of the year, knows what he's doing, knows how to fix it, and knows how to work on budget. So yeah, it'll be good. Evening, GSWC, how you doing, mate? I hope you're well. We'll love to get all to play off, but if we did get hurt somehow, it would be Gareth for next season. I agree. Man United away next season. Yeah. I hope you're doing well, mate. Sure you're better than me after our result yesterday. All the best, pal. Thank you much. If you're not subscribed to Imagine Not Being Leeds, I know he's a Leeds United fan channel, but he's very, very good. He's good at what he does, speaks a lot of sense. Where did that come from yesterday, mate? I was flabbergasted that you lost to Pompey. They do seem to be a bit of your bogey team this season, first of the season, and you're absolutely smashing it. He's on the road to 2K, and he'll get that easily in the summer. Really good content player, really good, mate. But all the best to you, mate, and hope you're doing well. All it takes is a little run and someone back in. Yep. Found out while down in playoff was down the road where the player Dave managed to feel. Yeah, I heard someone turn around about bumping into some. Let's just say I watched too much Predator film, mate. Fair enough. Beth January signing the groundman. Yep. Coventry not ready to get promoted, but I think that's the thing. There's a lot of teams who are not ready for promotion, but you take it when it comes, and then you take the parachute payment, and then that can build you for the season to come. Luton weren't ready for the Prem, but they took it, and that pretty much helped them with their stadium. They're probably going to get a double promotion. And that's the thing. They could potentially get a double promotion, a double relegation on their hands. Pay up Pompey. So true, buddy. As the championship is tough, I guess the games happen. Thanks a lot, mate. Saying to you, mate, keep up the classic. You too, mate. I hope you're doing well. But yeah, it's an interesting one. It's an interesting one we went in a minute. I like Fran Lampard and Michael, really do. Thing is, Lampard, I've always said Lampard's a good manager. I think he needed to come back down to the championship, do like a derby project, because that's what Coventry are. They're a derby project with money. And that's where they're different. Pompey's on fire. I would have both watching Pompey leave one season leave. Look crap against them, like our Coventry. Yeah, Pompey are a good team when they get going. I think for me, Lampard, one of the ones is see what happens. The players are bought into what he's doing. The fans are bought into what he's doing. I think it's one of those things. You look at Coventry and see what happens. Them in the Premiership could happen. It could happen if they did brilliant. But you think about their contact they got, that helps them when they go to recruit players as well. But they have got a good recruitment drive. And especially if Goose gets sold in the summer, they're going to have a massive windfall. I mean, Leeds should win their last 10 games, but again, Leeds United always get better than Leeds United. Yeah, that's the problem. I've spoken to a couple of Leeds fans. They are worried about doing a Leeds. In all, I'm not too bad, John. A little bit better over the weekend, taking it day by day. Just wasn't expecting the news I got about my aunt dying. It was all came in like very quick concession, based a day or two, and it just was it threw me. It threw me a lot. Night, Alex. Hope you well, mate. Have a good one. But yeah, it's one of the weird things at the minute with Wednesday where I'm intrigued to see what we do next in terms of everything. The pitch, the training ground. It's something that lined up for the training ground again. You got to remember, we had a lot of work done on the training ground in the summer because Danny wanted a lot of work doing. Now he got the groundsman there. is the groundsman going to be able to say, we need X, Y, and Z? And then is Chansiri going to be able to back him there for it? And that's the big thing, because we need to start having... Oh, what's the word I'm looking for? We need to start having the conversations. We need to start having the conversations and stuff. Thank you, mate. Much appreciated. It did come out of the blue. I wasn't expecting it, and it taken me a while to just get a little bit back to a level bit, and I managed to get things done over the weekend. Like doing this is hard. Bugger it, give us. The thing is, the meant according to 1867 News, the Twitter account. And he got very good connections. There's going to be some stuff about what's going on in the whole takeover thing during the international break. So it could be interesting. It could be interesting to see what happens. And I think I've got the thing is, if Danny went and we still had Chansiri, I'd be like, okay, not great, but you move on. If Danny went and then Chansiri went as well, I think you had that thing where it's a completely clean, fresh start for everyone. The club that has a reset. So it will be interesting. But we don't know. We generally don't know what's going to happen next. But we don't know what's going to happen next. And it'll be interesting what he's taught. It'll be interesting to see what he says and how things are going in that sense. But I think for me, there's a lot of things that need to happen. One of the things he said, you need to actually back him a little bit and try and let him be himself with that one, if that makes sense. Looking forward to next season. Young player, Cav McNeil, etc. coming in. My only concern is the number of outcomes. It's another big turnover. There's about 11 out of contract. And a lot of the 11 that are out of contract are old guard. They are the old guard. They are the people who've been there for years and stuff like that. Hey, Danny, how you doing, mate? If Chansiri left, is their former manager that you would have back to have another crack under a different owner? Good question, darling. I don't know. Personally, no. Because I don't like former manager coming back. I've never ever been a fan of former manager coming back. I always think it's a bad idea. I think once you've done one spell there, don't go back. Just looked at the H2D list between Pompey and Lee. Pompey head to head. There we go. Pompey have had quite a few wins over Lee since the 90s. Yep. Go. Have a good one, mate. How you feel? I hope you have a good rest of your evening, mate. Thank you, mate. Much appreciate it. We'll try our best to hammer them. We will try our best. No guarantee it'll happen. It's very Wednesday, but we'll try our best. But it is, I think it's that interesting thing we've got at the minute with Wednesday is that we are in a good position. We're in a good position. We need to pick up some more points. We need to get that 50-point mark. If we can get that 50-point mark and change the mentality of the players' heads, that's the big one, I think. I think there's a mentality shift that needs to happen. I do actually think mentality-wise, we are struggling just to get over that kind of bump. Ian in Caboodle Fish, hope you're well, mate. I think there's that kind of thing. If we get over that, then it could happen. You never know. We are the team that go on silly runs near the end of the season. You could have this situation where the break comes in and it's good for everyone. Everyone gets that much needed break they needed, clear the cobwebs. Danny gets to go back, see family for a couple of days, then get back to work. It's that whole situation where it could be the best thing to happen this break. So we just clear head, go again. And with only 8 games left after that, it makes you go how much we've improved and how far we've come from last season to this season. Because it has been a remarkable turnaround. We got the fixtures we've got coming up are decent. I think there's a couple of teams in around it facing the relegation in the game, so we've got to be careful of that. But at the same time, they're the kind of teams we tend to do a little bit better again. The run in for the decent. Like you look at the bottom, you go from Derby. Oh, let's go from Hull. I reckon Oxford, Pompey are probably safe. But you go from Hull downwards, there's a couple who could really go with it. Kind of thing. If you look, because it's like Hull City are on 37, Stoke are on 36, Cardiff are on 23rd, Derby 22nd, Luton 23rd, Plymouth 24th. And Derby and Luton getting the odd win here and there, as are Cardiff and Stoke. Hull are the ones that probably could do it. A decent run of fixtures, then you realise half of them are at home. Yeah. Home form this season is crap. How's Hassase doing? Not heard much from the Plymouth game, but again, the whole team was overshadowed. Hassase had an excellent game versus Plymouth. Really good. Played really good football. Had a really good spell as well. Looked decent, and that's the thing. He looked decent and could get forward. But like Barry just said, when you look at most of those games being at home, that's our biggest issue. It's the games that are at home. Because our home form puts us in the relegation zone. Like generally, if you look at our next home games, the next home games are United, Hull, Oxford, Middlesbrough, Pompey. And they've got Stoke, Blackburn, Cardiff, Watford away. Yeah, it was a good one. It was good. He's a very good player, and I think he'll go down as an excellent pickup by Wednesday. And I think for him, it's just we've got to make sure we can keep up with what we're doing and making sure that we don't overrun it, because when you bring in the likes of a Hattase and Armstrong, who haven't played any football most of the season like most of the players had, you then got this thing where you got to keep it going. You got to think Armstrong being out for 3 to 4 weeks, it sounds like, oh, Christ, we're going to lose him for a lot of it. He might be back for the beginning of April. If they're saying that for 3-4 weeks now, he could be back beginning of April, which means we get him for the last couple of games in thingy, which could be brilliant. And I think that's something you have to look at. You have to have a look at that. Like one of the things I'm excited for is, let me just mute that because that's going to play. I don't want it to. One of the things I'm excited for is just to see what they can do in the future and see how they do. Hey, up there, I hope you're well, mate. But yeah, he played some excellent football. He really did play some really good football, and it's just, I'm really impressed with how he settled in better than I first thought he would, to be fair. And he just really come in, and he can whip the ball in. He's a very good player, and it's just one of those things where I'm looking forward to seeing what we get next from him and get him on free kick. My God, get him on free kicks at some point. But at the same time, it's just one of the things you look at it going in the right direction. You look at the age of the squad coming down for next season if we can get most of them back. You get Kaz, McNeil, Otto Bio, Tabachi, Gasama, Masabi, if you can get a new contract in, but get some of these youngsters really going, and you got a really good core of your team with then the likes of Ingleson and co, and being popped in around it. So it's good. It's good to see. It's like, I thought Kabachi did really well when he came on. I thought Kabachi did really well when he came on. He looked decent. He looked like he was up for it. And it was good. It was good to see, because he's been missing for a while because of that injury and trying to get back in. But it's nice to see it. But it is a good showing for a lad who just come in, third appearances into a new contract. I agree. I still can't believe we picked up Gaff for pretty much $1 million. Uh, we have a knack for finding those hidden gems, don't we? We do have a pretty good knack of it. It's just our problem when we do find them, we're not very good at potentially tying them down. And I think that's something we have to start working on immediately. Get people like Gassama signed up and potentially Masaba. I still think Masaba is probably worth another 2-year contract for next season. I think he's worth that kind of thing. I think he's still up there in the tick column. But Gassama has just improved so much. Gassama has really improved so much since last season. The difference between when he first came to the club to now in night and day, and whatever they did to him during the break on his fitness program, it worked a treat because he doesn't blow as much as he used to, and he's put on so much of upper body strength, which he's a bit of a monster when it comes to being able to keep the ball a little bit better and not go down as easy. And he's not going down as easily as he used to. He's riding tackles a lot more and trying to stay on his feet a little bit more, which is good. Hopefully the injured players will come back fresh, give him another shot. Yeah, the thing is, that I think that's the thing. You look at someone like Akin coming back. That could be fantastic at the back. I think Whitway's come back brilliantly in terms of not playing much football to come and do the business. Let's just call it what it is. Do the business. Play really well. Play some good football. Move the ball around. Have a bit of fun at the back and be able to command it a little bit. I still think the bits of me that is still very much of. I'm intrigued to see what we do in the. That had me all game when I saw that, because he literally, I think it was the favourite part of the actual thing for me, because it just had the situation where Michael Smith having to run around like Gassama's little bodyguard because he wound that player up so much he lost his head. It was fantastic. I'd give him a 3-year deal, send him alone to League One for season. Moose? Masaba? I don't think Masaba... I don't think you do that with Masaba. I think Masaba is one of the ones you either give him a 3-year deal and he knows what his role is, or you go elsewhere. But I thought it was absolutely fantastic just watching him wind someone up, because we haven't seen that in a while, apart from in like a Pato. And I think some of the Patterson shithousery is rubbing off on Gassama a lot. And I mean it a lot. You can see he's just enjoying his football. When he knows he got the beating of someone, he's so happy. Like, generally, he's so happy when he knows he got the beating on someone. When he knows he got beaten on someone, he can outplay anyone. Like, generally can absolutely outplay anyone. And when he's playing so well, he's a joy to watch. And he doesn't go missing as much as he used to. He used to go missing a lot, and now he can kind of get back into games, which is good to see. I'm starting to think Pato's worth a new contract. I was worried about him. I'll be honest with you, I was worried that he probably couldn't, but he's showing his worth and showing what he can do. It's a tiny part of me that's like, is it coming up to it, or is he just having fun? I don't know. But for me personally, I am intrigued to see what we can do and how he gets on. He does really put a shift in, though. He's a team player and he does play good. And we know that that's something we know he does really well. So maybe it's one of the ones we look at and see. I think for Pato, it all depends on what his, I want to say, game time is going to be. If he knows what his game time is going to be, then great. If you offer Pato a contract, I don't think he signs it. I think that's my worry. I genuinely think that's my worry. I think my worry is that he doesn't sign it because he wants to play more. I think he wants to start week in and week out, and I don't think that's something we can offer him a lot of, and that's crucial in a player who's coming up to 30. He's either 29 or he's coming up to 30, who needs to play week in, week out. So it's one of those ones. It's like, I get it. I do. Excuse me. I do get it. Not sure if it's worth a what or not, but placebo PR. I done a video called I'll have a look at that. That sounds good. At home with. Put the link in the chat, mate. For me. I'd like to watch that. But yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm definitely got that whole thing. I'll be interested to see what happens with that. Like, generally, that's something I'd be interested. The contract talks are going to be interesting because I think during the March international break, we start having those conversations. And we start saying who we're offering contract to and who we're not. And we start it in this international break. Like, generally. I really do. Oh, nice. That'd be cool. I like things like that. You can find it for me, let me know. Yeah, it'd be good, that. But yeah, I'm probably gonna call it there. I'm feeling pretty knackered, actually. I've gone longer than I first said I was gonna go tonight. Because I'm feeling a bit. Let me see if I can find it. No, let's see if I can find it. I've got so many things looking. I am researching PC components at the moment because I am about to buy a new PC in a day or so, and I'm trying to figure out what I want as the components and stuff like that, and I'm probably looking at going Ryzen 9. If any of you are PC people or anything like that, I'm probably looking at going Ryzen. Oh, I know Placebo. He's on what do you call it? Oh, bloody hell. He's on, what's he on? He's on Outtalk. Really good lad. But yeah, I'm going Ryzen 9, going 12 cores. I think the only thing that bugging me is the graphic card. If I go 4060 on the build, 4070 on the build I'm looking at. Just because I'm doing pre-built, because I can't be bothered to build a PC anymore. It's way out my skill set these days, so buy it pre-built. There was a good deal on a 5070 Ryzen 9, but it's way too much money. That's fair foot. But yeah. Anyway, I'm rambling. Let's have a good one. Let's see if we get all 3 points. There'll be a video to review tomorrow. I don't think there's a live stream tomorrow. And also there'll be a debrief on Wednesday, Thursday no live stream, Friday roundup, and then the usual. But and then we'll have a debrief Monday. Because Sunday's the big one. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll speak to you in the next one.